The title of my oration is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. According to Dr. Nick Cooling, the normal person expels gas from his or her bottom orifice 14 times daily. According to Dr. Oz, the most recent phenomenon of Oprah Winfrey fame and fortune, the normal person performs rhinotolexomania, or nose picking, 5 times every hour. And according to Pamela Snook, MD, of the Seymour Medical Institute, it is completely normal for children to pick their nose and eat their boogers as it builds up immunities in their systems. Now, even though these facts are normal, are they really that normal by our standards? So now let's go to normal Illinois, to the most normal 2-story, 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath house in the most normal subdivision, Normal Village, on a normal 72-degree day. As we enter the front door, meet a family. There is Norm, the father and the husband, Norma, his wife and the mother, their teenage daughter Jane, and their younger son Joseph. Norm and Norma Normal are married 50 to 60% of the time. The children get C's in school, and they have a dog. Well, 1.69 dogs. His name is Max. He has 2 extra back legs, an extra nose, and an extra left ear. And this, well, this is the normal family. As I had mentioned earlier, Norm and Norma Normal have a son, Joseph. And while that does sound like Joseph, that is not correct. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the normal number of children per family is 1.83. Jane is the 1, and unfortunately, Joseph is at 0.83. He's missing his left foot, his right hand, his right ear, and his nose. It's quite sad, actually. Now, picture Joseph. Even though he is the normal number of child in a family, he looks far from normal in real life. The norm of Norm's family is far from normal. So why do we keep seeing people change themselves to become normal when essentially it is an impossible goal to reach? In today's society, we are so concerned with what normal is that we compromise what makes us different from each other in an effort to become normal, when normal is as elusive as ever. We are becoming the mean of the media, the median of middle America, when we should become the mode, or most different, of the masses. Now, the desire to become normal is well normal in today's day and age, especially in the media. From the time girls are very young, they're made to believe that all women should be size 2 and outrageously gorgeous. However, that is not normal. According to Full and Fabulous, an organization looking to help women accept who they are, the normal dress size for a woman in America is size 14. That is far from the norm seen on TV. And these media influences affect the minds of teenage girls, such as the normal's daughter Jane. Being 16, her self-image can be skewed due to the media. According to Dove's campaign for Real Beauty, 71% of girls do not like how they look, and 75% of those girls engage in negative activities such as having eating disorders, being bullies, and hurting themselves physically and emotionally. Also, according to the American Society for Aesthetic Plastic Surgery, there were over 10 million plastic surgeries done in 2009, costing almost $10.5 billion. We are compromising ourselves to fit the norm. We are becoming the mean of the media. However, the media is beginning to change its perspective of what normal looks like, changing from shows involving guys with six-pack abs or girls with perky boobs to shows that show off the more normal body type, such as More to Love, a dating show based around plus-size women, and Mike and Molly, a show about 2 normal people and their relationship. Mike and Molly, a primetime scripted situation comedy on CBS, is being very well received, as it is the #1 new comedy on TV. And, as Mandy Beerley of Entertainment Weekly calls it, a show moving beyond the fat jokes. Now, even though our society views normal size much differently than we do, we can change how women and even men view their own size. Normal size is only an opinion. Being happy with who you are is what matters. Now, Norm and Normal are not society's view of normal. Norm is 5'9", 190 pounds, and Norma is 5'4", 168 pounds. However, materially speaking, they are quite normal. After all, they do own a 2-story, 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath house. And they live in good old middle America, the suburbs, the Midwest, whatever you want to call it. And the cost of their house plus the cost spent on consumer goods has caused them to fall into a large amount of debt. And this debt has racked up to $54,000. As according to creditcards.com, a surprisingly legitimate source for data, that is a normal amount of debt for an American household. Also, being as they are one of the 71% of Americans with a credit card, they own $16,007 in credit card debt alone, also according to creditcards.com. That is as much as a car. Speaking of cars, according to the U.S. Bureau of Transportation Statistics, there are 2 cars for every 1 licensed driver, which means that there are 381,250,046 cars on the road. And with the normal cost of a car being around $24,500, we have spent $9,340,626,127,000 on cars alone. We are becoming the median of middle America. Now, these facts are surprising and quite disturbing, but they bring upon us the thought of hope and what overcoming our own normal can do. In his book, Seeing Lessons, Tom Sullivan encourages us to live our best lives by bungee jumping and running marathons and hanging out with Betty White. And while these do seem like some pretty normal things, Sullivan was born prematurely, and the oxygen used to save his life cost him his sight. Despite being blind, he graduated first in his class at Harvard, has written 11 books, has won 2 Emmy Award nominations, and has been a guest on the Johnny Carson Show 60 times. As Sullivan once said, if extraordinary people can do impossible things, isn't it reasonable to assume that ordinary people can do extraordinary things? Even I used to think that my life was normal, until I realized just how different it really is. My brother, Levi, was born February 18, 1989, with a developmental birth defect called spina bifida, which is a condition where his backbone and spinal canal did not join in the womb, leading to him being paralyzed from the waist down. As a result, he was also born with many other complications, such as hydrocephalus, water on the brain, and scoliosis, a curvature of the spine. And he's had to have 26 surgeries, many being life-threatening. And while, according to the Spina Bifida Association, only 166,000 people, 0.05% of America have this condition, I still find it normal because I haven't known any different. And seeing him act every day like he's a normal guy doing normal things despite his physical and mental disabilities is, well, amazing. As Down syndrome actor Chris Burke says, it's like being born normal. I am just like you, and you are just like me. We're all born in different ways. That is the way I can describe it. I have a normal life. And that is what normalcy is all about. Grief therapist Ann Parker has written books debunking the conventional wisdom regarding dealing with death and dying. She offers up revolutionary commentary on creating a new normal in the wake of suffering loss. Redefining normal is what it's all about. So I say let's create our own normals and change them if need be. And whether it is not being able to see the world around you due to your blindness, or doing your 3rd grade history project on Thomas Edison in the hospital after one of your brother's 26 surgeries, it is still normal. And while we aren't as normal as the normals, nobody is. And while we all might like our rooms to be around 72 degrees Fahrenheit, we do not all like how normal is perceived. I mean, we can't have 83% of a child, 169% of a dog, or be married 50 to 60% of the time. We are all different, so let's embrace our differences and become that mode of the masses. And because everybody is different, we are all